Trains and buses, games and songs, come join us and sing along. Transit Tots is where I'll be, the coolest place in NYC. Welcome to Transit Tots.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Transit Tots. My name is Dana, and I work at the New York Transit Museum, a museum in Brooklyn, New York, where we talk about all things transit and how we get from place to place. Every week for Transit Tots, we like to sing the hello song. And we sing the hello song to get to know how we're feeling. So, how are you feeling today? I think that I'm feeling strong. So, today I'm going to sing the hello song about feeling strong, and I hope you'll join in. We're going to sing the hello song on the count of 4. Are you ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm strong, look how my muscles grew. All right, are you ready for round 2? We're gonna sing the song again on the count of 2. 1, 2. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm strong, look how my muscles grew. Nice job singing. Now we're going to need those muscles today because we are going to talk about weight. If we talk about an object's weight, then we are talking about how heavy or light that object is. A heavy object is hard to lift. It is often made out of something strong like metal or rock. A light object is something that is easy to lift and is made out of bendy, squishy, breakable things like fabric or paper. It can also be something that has a lot of air. Try to find 3 heavy objects and 3 light objects in your house. I encourage you to pause the video and go and grab them. 1, 2, 3, go! Now that you've gathered some heavy and light objects, let's do a little bit of exercise. I want you to grab one of your heavy objects. I'm going to grab my heavy brick right here. And what we're going to do is whatever object you have that's heavy, you're going to hold it up. And you're going to hold it up for a whole 10 seconds. So count with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower it down. Whew. You might notice it's hard to hold up because it's so heavy. So we're going to do that again with another heavy object. So I'm going to grab my heavy book, and you're going to grab whatever another heavy object is for you. And once again, we're going to hold that up, hold up your heavy object, and then we are going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly lower it down. Whew. My hands feel kind of tingly, my arms feel a little tingly, and that shows that I'm getting some good exercise from that. So, we just got some exercise with heavy objects. Let's try to get some with a light object. So I'm going to grab my smiley face. So I have my little smiley face ball here, and it's very light. So it's not really that hard to hold up like the book or the brick. So what we're going to do instead of just holding it up is we're going to move it forwards and backwards like this. Forwards, backwards. And we're going to do this 10 times. So hold up your light object, and then you're going to move it forwards and backwards with me, counting to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. So that is one light object. I want you to grab another light object. So I'm going to grab my cute little creature right here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to count to 10 and move it forwards and backwards. All right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we can put that down. And I feel pretty good. I think that feels really tingly, and I feel kind of warm, which I kind of like. So now that we're done doing our exercises, we're going to learn a little bit about how weight has to do with building subway tunnels. Knowing the weight of objects is really important when you're a sandhog. A sandhog is someone who builds tunnels. This is a picture with a lot of sandhogs. Many are holding tools like shovels, and they are standing in a tunnel that's a little bit dark. Take a moment to look at all of the sandhogs and see how many you can count in the picture. Sandhogs move heavy things like rocks and big mountains of dirt. Do you see anything that might be hard to move in this picture? Point to anything that might be hard to move. I see a pile of dirt here and a big rock here. Sandhogs, when building tunnels, want heavy objects to become light objects so that they're easier to move. Sandhogs use tools to make those heavy rocks and heavy piles of dirt lighter. On the screen, I have a bunch of tools. What tools do you think a sandhog might use to build a tunnel? Point to any of the tools you think a sandhog might use. I can tell you that all of these tools are tools that a sandhog might use. But not all of these tools can make heavy objects lighter. A shovel can help a sandhog move heavy dirt so that they don't have to use their hands. Heavy rocks can be put into a wheelbarrow or cart, which has wheels to make moving the heavy rocks easier. And sandhogs can use special tools like a crane or pulley to lift up heavy things. We can see the pulley here and the heavy object here. The ropes of the pulley help workers lift heavy things. We are going to make our own pulleys today, which will look like this. See how pulling the string moves the cup up? That string will help us move heavy things. For this project, we will need to gather some materials. We will need a paper cup, string or yarn, scissors, and a grown-up to help out. Pause for a moment to gather what you need. To begin, take out your paper cup and scissors. Being careful, a grown-up might do this part, Make 2 holes on either side of the cup. Take out your string, find the end, and thread it through the 2 holes of the cup. Make a knot just above the cup, and then double knot it. You can cut off the excess string. You can also cut the long end of the string. Just make sure you have enough extra to wind the string around your hand 6 times. Find a place to hang your pulley. I find a doorknob works best, but if you're in a pinch for a good doorknob, you can use a hanger. Now, find some materials you would like to transport. I recommend paper clips, small toys, or coins. Place these materials into the cup, careful not to spill like me, and then have fun transporting the materials using the pulley. Pretend to be sandhogs and load up your pulley with materials at the top, and then deliver them towards the ground. Test out different materials and compare how heavy they are in your hand compared to how heavy they are in the pulley. You can also make a counterweight using another cup. Just repeat the steps for making a pulley using the long end of the string from your current pulley. You can also compare how heavy objects are by placing them into one cup or the other. That is the end of today's Transit Tots. Today, we learned about weight and how objects can be heavy or light. We learned about how sandhogs can actually make objects lighter using tools. And we got to make our own tool called a pulley to move things up and down. Now, I have one more little challenge for you. Before, you may have grabbed 3 heavy objects and 3 light objects from your house. I want to challenge you to try to make a line where the heavy objects are on one side and the lighter objects are on the other, and I want you to put the objects in order from heaviest to lightest. And I want you to think about why one object might be heavier than another. What's it made out of? Is it big or small? Is there a lot of air in it? If you're stuck, try to ask a grown-up to help you. Thank you for joining me for today's Transit Tots, and I hope to see you at more in the future. Bye now.
Trains and buses, games and songs, come join us